Good afternoon, viewers. Welcome back to Easy Mathematics. We wish you a happy new year. Today, we want to start or look at the just ended BECE, that was last year, 2022 BECE Mathematics, question 1 and 2. So, we want to look at the solutions to the 1 and 2, then later we will bring you the rest. So, we take number 1. It says that given that P is equal to factors of 36, and Q is equal to factors of 54. I list the members in sets P and Q. Find alpha, you have P intersection Q. Then beta, you have the number P intersection Q. Then you have the Yankee as the highest common factor of 36 and 54. So the I, what are we supposed to do? We have been asked to list the members in sets P and Q. And set P has been given as factors of 36. So first of all, we are going to list the factors of 36. And what are the factors of 36? Factors of a number are two numbers when you multiply, it will give you the number. So any two numbers when you multiply, we are going to get 36, becomes factors of 36. So let's start from the very first number, which is 1. Because you have been told that 1 is a factor of every number, and the number is a factor of itself. So to list the first one, we have 1, and this times 36, let's bring it here, is 36. After 1, we move to 2. 2 times what will give you 36? 2 times 18 is 36. After 2, we move to 3. 3 times what will give you 36? 3 times 12 is 36. After 3, we go to 4. So you ask yourself, 4 times what will give me 36? 4 times 9 will give me 36. After 4, we move to 5. But let's ask ourselves that, is there any number times 5 that can give us 36? If you recite your times table, you notice that 5 times 5 is 35. Is 25. And therefore, there is no number times 5 that will give you 36. So you move to the next number, which is 6. When you recite your 6 times table, you will notice that 6 times 6 will give you 36. Now, this 6 times 6 giving you 36, you are not going to record both 6. Therefore, record only 1, showing that 6 times 6 is 36. After 6, you move to 7. There is no number times 7 that will give you 36. After 7, you move to 8. There is no number times 8 that will give you 36. After 8, you move to 9. And we have the 9 there already. So this becomes the factors of 36. Remember, factors of a number are two numbers that when multiplied, it will give you that number. Or it is divisible by that number. And all the numbers here can divide the main number 36. The other one is 54. So we have to list the members of set P and Q. This was what was expected from the students last year, to list the factors of 36 and 54. So we also do same for 54. Two numbers when you multiply, you should get 54. Remember, 1 is a factor of every number, and the number is a factor of itself. So I have 1 times the number 54 should give me 54. From 1, we move to 2. So 2 times what number is going to give us 54? If you multiply 2 times 27, you are going to get 54. After that, we move to 3. So ask yourself, 3 times what will give me 54? If you multiply 3 times 18, you are going to get 54. Then you ask yourself again. After 3, you are moving to 4. Okay, so 4 times what is going to give you 54? Let's ask ourselves this question. Let's recite the 4 times table. If you recite the 4 times table, you will notice that there is, let's see, 4 will go into itself 1, 4 years. So there's no number times 4 that is going to give you 30, that is going to give you 54. When you go to 5, there's no number times 5 that is going to give you 54. Now let's go to 6. 6 times what is going to give you 54. Now if you recite your 6 times table, you will notice that 6 times 9 is going to give you 54, because 6 times 9 is 54. So this becomes the factors of 54. Factors of a number are the numbers when multiplied gives you the number. So these are what was expected for the BECE last year as in listing the factors. Now when you continue after listing the members in set P and Q, you have been asked to find II, the first one, as P intersection Q. Remember that this symbol is for intersection. And when we say intersection, it simply means which members belongs to P and at the same time belongs to Q. Or what can you see in P and you can see that same number in Q. Now when you look at it carefully, we have 1, we have 2, we have 3, we have 6, we have 9, and we have 18. So they are the P intersection Q elements. So you write that down. 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, and 18. So you have this as the P intersection Q. That's the first thing you have been asked to do for the II. When you continue, you have been asked to find the number of P intersection Q. This means number of P intersection Q. What are they trying to ask? They are telling you that, or they are asking that, the number of the P intersection Q that you have here, how many elements are in the set? So the number of P intersection Q means how many elements are in P intersection Q. So let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So P intersection Q is 6. That is, we have 6 elements in the set P intersection Q. And this is what we were supposed to do. When you come to the last one, you have been asked to find the highest common factor of 36 and 54. The highest common factor of 36 and 54. So how can I calculate, or how can I know the highest common factor of 36 and 54? Remember, the first thing that we were asked to do is to list the members of P and Q, which are factors of 36 and 54. So we have the factors of each element already, which is this and this. Now, if you find the factors of each element, what do you do next? You find, or you look for the common factors. The common factors are the same as the P intersection Q, which we've done here. After finding the common factor from the factors of 2, then you use the common factors to calculate or to look for the highest common factor. So if you look at the P intersection Q, it is the same as common factors. And out of the common factors, you can fish out the highest common factor, which is 18. So the highest common factor of 36 and 54 is 18. So this was what is expected from us last year. And let's move to the B. The B says, write down the next 2 terms of the sequence. You have the sequence 1, 4, 9, and missing numbers. You have to write the next 2 terms. Now, anytime you have to write the next 2 terms of any sequence, you should know the pattern the sequence is following. Is it in addition? Is it in multiplication? Is it in division? You should know the pattern or the rule the sequence is following. So if you look at this set of numbers, you can say that it is following a certain pattern, that is the square of counting numbers. The square of counting numbers. The first counting number is 1. So the square of 1 is 1. The next counting number is 2. So the square of 2 is 4. The next counting number is 3. So the square of 3 is 9. So what will be the next counting number? 4. So what is the square of 4? The square of 4 is 16. You circle your answer. You have to circle to show that you are the one who solve to get it. You have been asked to write down the next two terms. So get the pattern, then you complete it. Now, if the next one was 4 and we had 16, then what will be the next counting number after 4, which is 5? And the square of 5 is 25. So this was expected from us by writing the next two terms. When you come to the C, the last one for question number 1, it says that the median of the ordered set of observations 2, 3, bracket of 4m minus 3, bracket of 3m plus 1, 11, and 13 in ascending order is 6. Find the value of m. Now, this word given to us here should tell us that they've arranged this thing already in ascending order. And we know that anytime we are calculating for the median of a set of data, we have to arrange them in ascending order. So since this has already been arranged for us, then we just list the data that has been given, or the set that has been given. We have been given 2, we have been given 3, we have 4m minus 3, we have 3m plus 1, we have 11, and we have 13. We have to calculate for the median. In our previous video, we've explained median, and we've solved more examples on it. We were told that median is the middle value in the set of the data, the middle value. So now that we've arranged this, or it has already been arranged in ascending order for you, fish out the middle values. Once you get the middle values, then you'll be able to calculate for the median. So I'm calculating median. So I'll say this value will knock out the very first one, will cancel out this one. This one will cancel out this one. Now I have these two values in the middle. What do you do if you have two numbers in the middle when you are calculating median? Now we calculate it as the median of the set of data is the two numbers in the middle, which is 4m plus 3 plus 3m plus 1, all divided by 2. This is how you calculate for the median. Should, in case we have numbers here. So if this was 4, this was 6, you put them together, divide by 2, you are going to get 5. Good. But this time, we have to find the value of m. And the question has stated it clearly that the median of this set of data is 6. So if this is also the median of the set of data, then we are going to equate the 6 that has been given, which is the median of the data, to this, so that we get an equation and solve for n. So what do we do from here? Now we can choose to clear off the bracket and add the digits here because of space. Pardon me to do this. So you group like this. 4m plus 3m is going to give you 7m. Then 3 plus 1 is going to give you 4 all over 2. Now the median is 6. So we equate the 6 to this. So we have 6 is equal to 7m plus 4 all over 2. And this becomes an equation involving fraction. What do you do? Every whole number is over 1. So look for the LCM and multiply each side by the LCM. What is the LCM? 2. Or you use the cross multiplication approach. So if I multiply both sides by the LCM, this times 2, this times 2. Permit me to solve it like this because of space. So now this 2 will cancel out this 2. Now what do I have here? I have 6 times 2, which is 12, is equal to 7m plus 4. I'm to solve for m. So what do? Let m stand alone by grouping like terms. So the plus 4 will move to where the 12 is, so that we will excuse the 7m. So we are going to get 12 minus 4 is equal to 7m. If you subtract 4 from, if you subtract, oh, sorry. We made a mistake here. The sign given to us here is subtraction. That reminds me, most of the times we have to be very careful when we are solving. You see, we have been given minus 3, but we have written plus, which is going to affect our answer. So we apologize and let's clean and we do it again. Good. Remember, we have been given 4m minus 3, but we wrote 4m plus 3. That is an error of signs, and we are going to get something wrong. So now let's add again. We have 4m plus 3m, which is going to give us 7m. Now we have minus 3 plus 1, which is minus 2. We apologize for writing the wrong sign. Okay, so if you are following, now we have the mean to be 7m minus 2 over 2. So we are going to equate this to 6, which was stated in the question. So 6 is equal to 7m minus 2 all over 2. LCM is 2. Multiply both sides of the equation by 2. 2 will cancel out 2. So what do we have here? We are going to get 12 is equal to 7m minus 2. 6 times 2 is 12. 7m minus 2. The 2 has cancelled out. So we have no denominator of 2 here again. What do? You group like terms. So you are going to get 12 plus 2 equals 7m. How did we get a 12? How did we get a plus 2? The sign here was negative. It crossed being positive. Going to give us 14 is equal to 7m. We want m. So what do? Divide both sides by the number attached to n. So 7 here 1, 7 here 2. M is equal to 2. And this is the answer we were expecting from students. We apologize for the first one. So m is equal to 2. Find the value of m. Therefore, m is 2. So this was what we were expecting students to write in their BECE last year for number 1. Let's look at number 2. Number 2a says, simplify the bracket of 1/3 plus 1 over 12 divided by the bracket of 2/3 minus 5/8 or 5 over 8. We have to simplify. So we have a, number 2a, we have 1/3 or 1 over 3 plus 1 over 12 divided by 2 over 3 minus 5 over 8. Simplify. Now applying the idea or the ideology of BODMAS, bracket first, and of course you can see that both or all the numbers are in brackets. So let's deal with the brackets. We have addition here, we have subtraction here. What do when you are doing addition of fraction? You have to find your LCM. So let's look for the LCM for 3 and 12. The LCM for 3 and 12 is 12. So ask yourself, how many times would this denominator divide the LCM? So 3 would divide 12 4 times. Then you use the 4 to multiply the numerator on 3. So 4 times 1 is 4. Then plus 12 will divide 12 1. And use the 1 to multiply 1 to have 1. The sign given there is divided by. Then you also find the LCM. The LCM for 8 and 3 is 24. So we have the LCM as 24. Then we ask ourselves, 3 would divide 24 how many times? 8 times. 8 times 2 is 16. 5 would divide this how many times? We divide it 3 times. 3 times 5 is 15. So from there, what do? Add or put the numbers together. Put the numerators together. Putting this together will give you 5 over 12. Divided by 16 minus 15 is 1 minus 24. So now we've cleared the brackets. We are now having 2 terms. And the sign in between is division. What do when you are dividing fractions? We are going to change the division sign to multiplication. So we have 5 over 12. You change this sign to multiplication. The moment we change the division sign to multiplication, the very fraction on our right will take it reciprocal, or we are going to reciprocate this fraction, giving you 24 over 1. Then what do? You cancel out if it's possible, or you multiply your numerator by the numerator, denominator by denominator. So 12 into 8 of 1, 12 into 24, 2 times. There is no number that can divide again, so we multiply. 5 times 2, which is the numerator, times this numerator, which is now 2, is 10. And 1 times 1 is 1. So the value for simplifying this is equal to 10. That is for question 2A. Now when you come to question 2B, find the product of bracket of 2x minus 3 and bracket of 2x plus 3. You have to find the product of this 2x plus 3. What is product? Product is multiplication. So you have to multiply the given brackets. Now, this is how we are going to do the multiplication. The first element in the first bracket, the first element or the first term in the... Okay, so welcome back from the commercial break. So we have to find the product of these two. So just as I said, the first term will multiply the second bracket. So we have the first term as 2x, will multiply everything. So 2x bracket of 2x plus 3. Then minus 3 bracket of 2x plus 3. So this times this is 4. X times x is x squared. 2 times 3 is 6. So with this x gives us 6x. Then minus 3 times 2x will give us minus 6x. Then minus 3 times 3 will give us negative 9. So from here, positive 6x minus this will give us, this will cancel out this, so it will give us 0. So finally, we are going to get x squared minus 9 as our final answer. We were just asked to find the product. We weren't asked to find the value of x to equate it to 0. So finding the product of this, you are going to get this. This times this, this times this. That gives you the answer. Then you have the C. The C is the most cheapest among all when it comes to number 2. It says that in the diagram ABC is an equilateral triangle. Find the value of x plus y. It's an equilateral triangle. So the key word here we have to know is an equilateral triangle. What is an equilateral triangle? An equilateral triangle is a triangle having all the 3 sides to be equal. All the 3 sides are equal. So they are the same. So if this side is 11, then it means this side is 11. It means this side is also 11. So what do we say? We are going to say the side AB is equal to the side AC, is also equal to the side BC. AC, what do you have there? You have 3x plus 2 centimeters, which is equal to AC. AC, what do you have there? 11 centimeters. Then what do you have here? BC, you have 2y plus 3 centimeters. So if I want x, I am going to equate this one to 11. If I want y, I am going to equate this one to 11. So I'm going to say 3x plus 2 is equal to 11. Group like terms. 3x is equal to 11 minus 2. 3x is now equal to 9. What do I want? I want x. So divide both sides by 3. So this is going to be 3x is equal to 9 divided by 3 divided by 3. We have x to be equal to 3. Then you do same for y. But this time we are going to equate this one to 11. So we have 2y plus 3 is equal to 11. So 2y is equal to 11 minus 3. 11 minus 3 is 8. So 2y is equal to 8. We want y, not 2y. So divide both sides by 2. Divide by 2, divide by 2. This will cancel. This here 1, This is 4. Y is equal to 4. The question did not say find the value of x, nor find the value of y. The question said find the value of x plus y. So if you have x to be 3, you have y to be 4, then you are going to say 4 plus 3, which is equal to 7. So this is the answer for the number 2C. And this, well, what was it? These are the things we were expected to do in the just ended BECE 2022. When we meet, God willing, next week, which is, or probably God willing tomorrow, we will be looking on solving question 3 and 4. Question 3 and 4. This is question 1 and question 2. Students in Form 2 and Form 3, this is a revision to you that you must go through them, because there may be likely questions from these questions, God willing, next year. Thank you for staying tuned. This is Easy Mathematics. See you next time. Don't forget to hit the subscription button so that as we start this year, you'll be notified anytime a video pops up. This year, we have a lot installed for you. Just stay tuned and subscribe. Bye-bye.